The last 3 games you struggled with your jump shot a little bit. Tonight it seemed like you were feeling it from the get-go. Were you expecting to have a good night after having a few games before you started?
Yeah, hopefully. I've been putting the time in the gym, so, hopefully I was waiting for that to come out and pay off. It's one that sometimes I go, people go through these droughts and stuff, but, you just got to stay persistent and just stay in the gym, and eventually it'll pay off.
Is it a little bit different last year, whereas last year it seemed like when you struggled with your shot, the rest of your game kind of disappeared a little bit too. You struggled to get points. Like last game, you didn't shoot well, but you still had 18. Has that kept you going offensively?
Yeah, the difference between last year and this year is that despite what's going on, I could still be a huge effect to the team in some other way. So whether if my shot's not falling down or I just can't score, there's other ways to be, effective for my team.
Trevon, only 3 first-half turnovers for you guys, and you really kind of kept them off the offensive glass throughout. Were those 2 areas you were really trying to emphasize coming off of the St. John's game?
Yeah, I think the last couple of games we've been kind of high on our turnovers, so we made a point of emphasis in practice to focus on that, and I think leading up to this game we've been doing well, and I think it showed.
Is it a product of better passes or just being more careful?
Yeah, it's just being more careful, being more locked in. Sometimes there's silly mistakes, and sometimes we just like to pass without looking at the ball first, and I think that's kind of what messes us up, but, we're working on it.
Kaiser, what's the season been like for you, knowing that you feel like, I assume you feel like you're performing well and should be getting minutes, but you're playing on this team that's ranked in the top 10 in the country, and it's hard to get minutes and get into your flow as a freshman. How have you dealt with that?
I realize I'm just part of something bigger. Like the teams, we're a great team, top 10 in the country, not then, right? And I just kind of know I got to accept my role and build on it and keep pushing from there.
Were you feeling it tonight? Did it feel good to get out there and play the way you did?
Oh yeah, of course. It always feels good to get out there and get rolling, for sure.
Kaiser, you 16 minutes tonight. You gradually increase those minutes. Does it take a little pressure off you to get in the game and not have to make a big play or do something big to impress coaches or, make a statement?
Yeah, I feel like the more I'm out there, the more comfortable I get. The less I feel like I have to force issues and try to force offensive play. So yeah, I feel like having more minutes and being able to play a little bit more takes a little bit of pressure off.
Trevon, having gone through what he's been through in the freshman year and also just being in that same sort of 4-3 hybrid spot defensively, how much does his versatility and lateral quickness help him defensively in your system?
It plays a huge part, because most teams won't have as quick as feet as Kaiser has, at that position. So it definitely helps that he's, versatile.
Trevon, can you talk about your 1-3-1 tonight and having some problems?
We've been working on that, trying to get sharper on that, and we knew that they had a couple of good shooters in Aaron Simpson and Eli Kane, so we kind of wanted to get them out of their rhythm a little bit. We know that Simpson's been shooting 50% from the 3, so we knew that he'll be a problem, and so we kind of focused on that, and fortunately it did well for us.
And also feather in your cap to keep Billy Garrett to 5 points, which I think is the second lowest he's had all season. He's obviously their season leading scorer.
Yeah, Billy's a great player, and just to be able to slow him down a little bit, because we know he's the leader of that team, and we knew that the main focus was just to slow him down. If we slow him down, then the team slows down.
It's been kind of the mantra of this team all year to have a lot of different guys contributing. But how much of a boost is it for maybe you guys who are the regular starters to you went scoreless the first half of the second half, but have a guy like JP step up and score, or Kaiser comes off the bench and scores. It seems like whoever you put in the game, they're getting their points. They're contributing in different ways.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what sets us apart is that we got 7-9 guys on the team that could easily go out there and get 20 points if they wanted to. If they were on the team by themselves. And I think something else that sets us apart is that we play together, and we know that there's not one person that's bigger than the program, and we know if we want to get where we want to go, we got to play together. And I think that we've recognized that.
Trey, I'm assuming you would characterize yesterday's practice as competitive.
Yeah. I would definitely say it was competitive.
What is it about this team that keeps? I've seen a lot of teams here. I don't always see teams that competitive when you're on DePaul weekend. It's middle of the season. you're kind of in a rut by that point of the year, kind of tired of practicing.
Yeah.
Why does this team stay so fiery during practice?
I think just because we got a lot of guys that love to play the game and that are really competitive. Every day we come on and step on the floor, we want to get better. And, you know, if you truly love basketball, you're always going to have that fire in you whenever you step on the court. And I think all, you know, 15 guys on the team have that.
Talk about your development, Trevon, from year 1 to year 2. When you have nights like that, is this the kind of game, kind of performance, kind of envision yourself to be kind of a guy that this team can lean on for big point nights?
Yeah, somewhat. You know, I just, like I said, last year, towards the end of the year, wasn't one of my, you know, best streaks. And so I took it upon myself to just get in the gym. And, you know, I knew sometimes, whether it was this game or other games, the team is going to need me to put the ball in the basket. So, you know, I just got to keep doing what I'm doing on my end as far as getting shots up and stuff like that to be able to fulfill that role.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.